Very good morning, my dear friends. A hearty welcome to today's session. And in this today's session, I am going to teach you how to draw the isometric projection of the frustum of a cone. So, first of all, we should know what is the meaning of the frustum of a cone. You have seen a cone in the projection of solids. Say you have a cone resting on its base on HP. It is cut by a horizontal section plane parallel to the base of the solid. The upper part containing the apex is removed. The portion that is remaining is called the frustum of that solid cone. That is, to tell you here, we have this cone like this and it is cut by a section plane parallel to the base. This is parallel to this, and I throw away this piece at the top, and the remaining portion is called the frustum of the cone. So, we got the frustum of cone and frustum of the pyramids also. In today's session, friends, we have to draw the isometric projection of the frustum of a cone having diameter of base, means this bottom face is 50 mm, the height is given to be 50 mm, this is also 50 mm, and here you have got 30 mm, means 530. So, this is the frustum of a cone having diameter at the bottom face 50, at the top face 30, and the height, vertical height measured along the axis equal to 50 mm. So, let us see how to start this. Friend, you know very well, whenever this cone is seen from the top, you see the complete base of the cone in the form of a circle. Again, we have removed the portion from the vertex downward, so that is also removed, and hence you are going to get in the top view two concentric circles for all the frustums. If it is a pentagonal pyramid, you get two concentric pentagonal pentagons. If it is a rectangle, you get two concentric rectangles, and so on and so forth. So, let me write down the top and front views of the frustum of the cone given to the dimension whatever they have given. So, I told you it is going to be two concentric circles. So, this is one circle for the larger dia, and another circle you have having diameter equal to 30 mm. So, another circle you have got here having diameter is equal to 30 mm. So, I will write down here, this is diameter 50, I will say 550, 5 indicating the diameter, and the next one is having diameter equal to 30 mm. So, 30 dia, 530, 5 indicates diameter. So, in the front view, if you take the base will be a line on xy of length is equal to 50 mm. So, this will give you the front view of the base. Similarly, the height of the solid is given to be 50 mm. From the center here, I just mark a line, a vertical line of height is equal to 50. Let me show here, this is 50 mm, the height of the frustum. And then at the top face, it has got a 30 mm dia, or even if you just project like this, you will get on either side of this. That is 15 mm, 15, total is 30. I will join this, and if you join that to the base, the figure you get here is the frustum of a cone having dimensions 30 mm at the top, height 50 mm, diameter at the bottom is 50 millimeter. Friends, now here I told you while teaching isometric projection, the figure excepting for square and rectangle, all these are to be enclosed in a box before we draw the isometric projection. Hence, I am going to enclose the larger circle and the smaller circle both in rectangles. Just to get the dimensions, just to make the concept clear, I am telling you all this. So, this is what that I have done. I have enclosed both the circles in the top view of the frustum by two squares. One square is 50 and this is 30. So, let us name this box, the larger box, as ABCD. So, I will start from here. This will be A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, A, B, C, D. So here, let me start the projection of that by taking a reference line and assume you are looking in this direction. So the starting point is going to be B here. This is our B. Draw two lines BC and BA at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. This is BC and this is BA. This is C, and the length of that BC is equal to 50 ISO, 50 into 0.815. So now here on the other end you are going to get the point A. Once you have got these two lines, draw lines parallel to that. So if you draw the vertical through this point B, it should be perpendicular here, and here we are getting a line here, another line here. Friends, you are getting a rhombus in this form. Suppose say this is the rhombus we have got here. So wherein if you join this point is going to be C and this is going to be D. Here remember BC is drawn at an angle of 30 degrees to the horizontal. Here BA is also drawn at an angle on these dimensions. BC is 50 ISO, BA 50 ISO. All these are of same dimension. Friends, here the base is a circle that appears as an ellipse when you see in the isometric projection. So before I draw this, let me complete this box for the top face also. The same procedure whatever you have adopted for the square frustum of a square pyramid, you can follow. So what I do, I know the height of the solid. From all these corners, I am going to draw the vertical lines of length is equal to 50 ISO. So from here also 50. So I am going to get a figure of this sort. Remember friends, whatever the figure you are getting here at the top is the photocopy of this ABCD. And here this height whatever drawn here is 50 mm, that is 50 in ISO. So every time I am just stressing on this ISO, you should take it as isometric, the measurement on the isometric scale. So here we can have a horizontal line drawn through this. Friends, now friends, at the top you have a square of 30 mm. Look at the board, the maximum dimension is 50. This is 30. So on either side of this there will be 10 mm, 10 mm, because this 50 comprises of 10 plus 30 for the small square plus 10. So friends, here to mark this small square I have to take 10 mm on all the sides. So 10 mm from here, draw a parallel line. 10 mm from here, it will meet somewhere here. This is one point. Again from here you draw another line. So you are going to get a point here. Again a line parallel to the last, and this if you join, you get what is called a rhombus, small rhombus having the side as 30 mm ISO. So this is the top face wherein you are going to get a small ellipse for the top face. For the bottom face you are going to get a larger ellipse in this box ABCD. So here the most convenient way is to draw the ellipse is by 4 center method. You know very well how to get the 4 center method. Suppose if you want center 1, this corner is joined to the center of the opposite side. So before that let me mark that as capital ABCD. So you will have some clear idea, ABCD. So here this is capital A, this is capital B. I will mark it as capital B here. This is C, this is D, and this is A. So this ABCD is the top face. Small ABCD is the bottom face. So here you should get one ellipse in this box, another ellipse in this base. So I have to draw a tangent to get the isometric projection of the frustum of the cone. So how do we do now? So 4 center method we have already done. Join B to the center of the opposite side. The opposite side is AD. B is here. Join. It meets here. This becomes center 1. Likewise, at the same distance on the other end, you will get center number 2, C1, this is C2, B will become C3 and D, the last one is C4. So, you got 4 centers. Using these 4 centers and the radius I will show you, you are going to get the isometric projection. So, with center C1, look at the board please, and radius equal to this length, I am going to draw an arc here. Similarly, with center C2, same radius, another arc here. Center C3 is B, with B as center and radius equal to B to this end of the curve, draw another arc. Again with D as center C4, complete this figure by drawing another arc. So friends, I have obtained the center of the top face of the frustum of the cone using 4 center method, and the figure we get is an ellipse. Likewise friends, let us see how to draw the isometric projection for the base of that solid. So, we are going to get a bigger ellipse. How to draw? Same procedure, join B to the center of the opposite side, that is AD. It is going to meet somewhere here. So, this is going to be center 1 for the bottom face C1, same distance on the other end, you will get C2, B is C3, center C3 and D is center C4. So, got 4 centers, 1 center here, 1 here, 1 here and 1 here. Follow the same procedure and obtain the isometric projection. So, with center C1 and radius equal to this gap, I am going to draw an arc. With center C2, same radius, another arc. With center C4 and radius equal to this D to this, another arc. Next, with center C3 and this distance as the radius, complete this. So friends, we have constructed 2 ellipses, one for the bottom face, one for the top face. Here you know very well, these cylinders and cones do not have any edges. So, we just draw 2 lines called the generators, which are tangential to these 2 curves. So, I will just draw a tangent through this. So, this is one tangent, another tangent here, just tangent to that figure. And friends, you can see here, darken this small ellipse, darken this portion, and the portion which is inside, which comes in behind this, is not visible. If you want, you can have this as a construction line, and this figure will give you the isometric projection of the frustum of a cone having diameter of the base 50 mm, height 50 mm, diameter of the top face equal to 30 mm. Friends, I hope all of you were able to grasp, understand it. I think you are all happy with the presentation, and if you like my presentation, please subscribe without fail. Share the information with all your friends. Have a wonderful day. This is Dr. M. H. Annaya signing off.